Freddie lived in a beautiful small pond that was clear as glass. The little pond was named Ducktown Pond, and it was filled with 1,000,000 mallard ducks. Ducktown Pond was next to a vibrant green soybean field. On the other side of the field was a sluggish brown bayou called Foggy Bayou. It was full of slimy green algae. Since Freddie was the only frog in a pond full of ducks, Freddie thought he was a duck too. Freddie loved the pond, and he loved all the ducks in Ducktown Pond. He worked very hard every day to be a duck, but it was very hard to be a duck when you're a big green frog. When he tried to quack like a duck, he croaked. When he tried to fly like a duck, he only jumped. When he tried to waddle like a duck, he hopped. When he tried to swim on the surface of the water, he sank. One fine spring morning, the ducks decided to take a walk, so off the ducks waddled, with Freddie right behind them, waddle-hopping along. All of a sudden, the ducks started to fly. Freddie jumped as high as he could and flapped his big webbed feet as fast as he could, but down he fell with a very loud thump. The wise old owl was watching from his perch high in the old gray bald cypress tree. The owl swooped down to make sure Freddie was not hurt. After assuring the old owl that he did not need help, Freddie began to confide in the wise old bird. Freddie explained that he was a duck, but he could not do the things that the other ducks did. With a completely puzzled look on his face, the wise old owl said, "You are not a duck." Freddie said, "Well, if I'm not a duck, what am I?" "You're a frog," replied the wise old owl. "Well, what is a frog?" asked Freddie. "You will have to follow me," replied the owl. Freddie hopped along behind the wise old owl. Finally, they came to a deep, muddy blue bayou. Freddie could not believe what he saw. There were frogs everywhere that looked just like Freddie. The frogs were croaking, jumping, hopping, and swimming underwater. Next, Freddie started to croak, jump, hop, and swim. He could do all the things that these frogs could do. If he could croak like a frog, jump like a frog, hop like a frog, and swim like a frog, then he must be a frog. Freddie was so happy to be a frog, because it was much easier for a frog to be a frog than it was for a frog to be a duck. The wise old owl looked at Freddie and said, "Once a frog, always a frog." The end.